Alright, hopefully this works with me and doesn't stutter around.
Everything crashes right now.
Welcome back to Sniff Mavericks.
Yeah, speaking of sniffs, I'm taking a sniffle of my own fart stank.
Mikey
Really?
edited and fart one at 1% speed. Just kidding.
Oh my god. Remember when you asked me to edit in the Run Jim Run, See Jim Run theme at like 1% speed?
No, I don't remember that.
And then I did it, and it was so slow that it pitch shifted down such that you could not hear it at all. It was like below the range of human hearing.
Beyond the range of human hearing.
Yes, it's like the human range of hearing is roughly 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it got pitch shifted so low because when you take audio and slow it down, you're pitch shifting it. And it was pitch shifted below 20 hertz, presumably, so you couldn't hear anything.
Do you
and then
have
I
to
actually
do that?
did put it over, and I had to put it like a text disclaimer saying, yes, I actually did this. You just can't hear it because it's so low.
Oh, look, it's Petey Piranha again.
Mikey, would that hurt the audience?
Porty Piranhorg.
It's Pringle Peringies.
It's Fart Sniffer Maximus.
Oh, this level fucking sucks.
I like how that actually made Ethan laugh.
I'm getting tired. So everything is funny.
Everything is awesome.
This level sucks. Oh, I hate this level. Because the bloobity blaps keep murdering your butthole. And P. Piranhas, you're dead.
Petey Piranha.
Mikey's fast.
A big trick that I've been showing off a million times is if you jump and spray at the same time, you do like a big spray that gets rid of a lot of goop. Right. So I'll show it off again like this.
I like the texture of the goop, honestly. Although it's interesting how it just dissolves into nothing so quickly. It doesn't wash away anywhere.
Yeah, if there's anything we've learned from the car wash episode of Ned's Declassified, it's that you gotta use soap to clean things. You can't just put water on it.
Is that the episode where Cooper smashes the windshield? They destroy the principal's car?
It might be. It's the episode where they do the car wash to raise money.
Oh, and the boys want a hot tub.
I think his name was Cookie, not Cooper.
That's Cooper because of the Angry Video Game Nerd movie.
The token black character that never appeared in any of the actual nerd episodes. That character should have been Mike Patay.
I don't get that movie at all. We've talked about it before, but like...
It's one of those things, and I've probably told this story before, but like, Ethan, you bought the Blu-ray and saw the movie before I did. And you're just like, This is the worst fucking piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. And it's just like, Ethan says that about everything, so I'm like, I'm sure it's probably decent if Ethan's saying that. Then I actually watched it, and I'm just like, no, he's actually right for a change. This is actually pretty goddamn bad.
Ethan wasn't wrong.
For a change. It's not that I say that about... Well, I do say it about everything, but I exaggerate things for
exactly
comedic effect.
When you famously said that Ni no Kuni sucks hairy gorilla balls, and then 20 hours later in the game, you're like, this is actually pretty good.
It was alright. It was alright. I didn't love the game, but it was okay. I especially didn't like the final dungeon and ending. But in just about every JRPG that I've played, the ending is always very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Including the Persona games.
Remember, well, I don't necessarily agree with that. Remember how Tales of Exilia just had, like, a quarter of a final dungeon and then just stops?
Yeah.
No, it was so unmemorable. Oh, the end was so unmemorable that I don't remember it.
They go back to Maxwell's domain because Gaius and Lumina, or whatever her name was, wanted to do something evil or something. I can't remember.
It was something dumb.
Yeah.
And then, hey, guess what? That wasn't the end of the game, because we're going to do a Tales of Xillia 2.
Because the game was so big, we didn't have time to finish it, so we're splitting it into 2 now.
Oh,
then Tales of Xillia's level up system was 1 billion times worse than the first one, so I didn't finish it.
AVGN, man, so confused. Like, the decision they made to give him this entirely different backstory so that it could be appealing to newcomers, so they would think, who is this character and what the fuck is this deal?
He was traumatized by playing E.T.
Whereas the people the 99% of the people who would ever see the movie are his fans, who would also watch the movie and say, who is this character and what the fuck is his deal? Because it's not the character, it's not the Angry Video Game Nerd character, it's totally different, alternate history. Cooper? They had to name him Cooper? What the fuck? The
and
only
then
joke
also,
in that movie.
offhandedly, Cooper mentions some kind of kaiju death god thing. It's just like, why the fuck is this in there? What is he talking about? And then the fucking kaiju monster actually shows up later.
Yes, well, what's the gun theory that if you mention it, it will show up?
Something like, I don't even remember.
Gun theory.
All I remember is the guy kept losing limbs and then said, my plans are foil, it's just foil, or whatever.
Oh yeah, all he did was shout really loud, and that was supposed to be funny.
And then, remember all the terrible miniatures that were really obviously miniatures?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to make them look more accurate.
Well, if they can make Star Wars, like the miniatures in Star Wars
there's
look
a way
like
to
ships.
do it. There's a way to do it properly. I don't remember how. I don't remember if you're supposed to film it in a lower quality, and I don't know.
Oh, you should probably film it in slow motion to give it the illusion of bulk.
Oh, that was it. That was it. You have to film it in slow motion.
But the shots in the Angry Video Game movie with the miniatures just look like they stuck toys in front of a consumer-grade digital camera and just shot it.
That's exactly it.
Right.
Let's do that ourselves.
Yeah. I especially like at the end when
Ethan, I want you to redo your sinking of the tinfoil Titanic, but shoot it at a low angle shot using a consumer grade digital camera, but shoot it in slow motion so it looks big.
I do want to make a sequel to that video, but I ain't got a tub of water big enough.
Or the time.
Are you saying you don't have a giant tub for 2 like Rudius does?
Like who?
He had to build that, and he had it was a mansion too.
No, the tub was already there. He just had to get it repaired because of the evil doll.
No, I thought he had to like build the bath for Sylphie.
This is gonna be a wrong moment, my friend.
The only joke in the Angry Video Game Nerd movie that I laughed at was when it turns into a road trip movie for some reason, and they're trying to talk about tunes. He's like, "Oh, you got MP3s?" Like, no. And he keeps going.
Want to
back
listen to some tunes? Bum 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 bum.
No, but it keeps going back. He's like, "No, you mean CD, tape, 8-track? What do you have?" And then he pulls out a record player. And he turns it on and immediately starts skipping every single time because it's a record player in a vehicle.
CG's nuts.
Which, have you ever used a record player, either of you?
Yes.
No, because I need to find a decent one.
What'd you say, Mike?
I need to find a decent one. I don't know if it's like compact cassette players, because like new compact cassette players, like if you buy one brand new off of Amazon or something right now, are dog shit, because like the good tape transports, they don't manufacture them anymore. So no matter what tape player you get, they all use the same internal mechanism from the same manufacturer. So I don't know if
what do you want a turntable for?
I don't know. I bought a few records of some of my favorite albums just for shits and giggles.
Honestly, if that's how you think about it, then a standard turntable you can find anywhere should work just fine for you. That's what I have, and I don't notice. It sounds just fine to me. I'm not that big of an audiophile that I notice that the quality is slightly off.
Well, usually the problem you have is like WoW and Flutter, where like the speed of the turntable is like slightly off from 33 and a third. Mine
did get off, and I was listening to I was listening to my songs, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I turned on.
It's like you listen to Injustice for All on a turntable, and suddenly you can hear the bass.
Oh my god, that would. Wouldn't that be a revelation? Is it the last level we're doing tonight, or are we doing one more?
By 3 levels, I meant the hills, the harbor, and the beach.
The levels.
We how about this? We won't do the revisit the secrets, and we won't do the 100 shines, but we will get all the blue coins, because that's the thing I'm worried about.
How much longer is that going to be?
Not sure. Maybe another hour?
Oh, no, I can't do another hour. Why don't you hunt down this, fart head here?
Forehead.
Yeah, I mean, I have a turntable, and I've used it since 2017, and it's, a cheap, regular one. And to me, it sounds fine. To me, it's more about the aesthetic. Because when it comes into like digital compression and whatnot, I can't really tell what people are talking about.
Yeah.
Or I just don't have the ear for it. When I'm listening to something on Spotify, yeah, I can tell when it all sounds like a consistent volume.
Mm-hmm.
Like when different instruments shift in and out, they don't have their own individual volumes. It all goes up and down because it has to stay the same. I can tell that.
That's how I used to master Game Mavericks episodes up until the 0 playthroughs. I had everything up against like it's called the loudness wars, where to try to artificially increase the loudness of music, they'd like cram the compression all the way up. Because I thought that's how you were supposed to do it, because that's how everything is. But I recently shifted to EBU -18 loops standard instead, and it's much easier to edit for one thing, because I don't have to make sure every word that everybody says is the same volume anymore. That's how I used to edit these parts, is like I'd have to manually go through and make sure that everything we say peaks at 0 dB. It was a pain in the fucking ass.
What you should really do is just edit my volume all the way down like it should be. Nobody likes to listen to Ethan talk.
I like hearing you talk.
Oh, thank you.
That's why Alonzo always shuts up whenever you interrupt him. Because he likes hearing you talk.
We interrupt each other all the time. It's working online.
Let's see. Mikey, how many am I missing in this level? 10 to 19. That one I'm up to 5. It's gonna be tricky to remember.
Look at that lady in the pink. Turn around. Now edit in a gigantic part coming from where she's nonchalantly walking around.
Oh no.
Like from her butt, or she's chasing a fart?
Oh,
she is farting and is moving her.
I like how... that's... It's so not funny that it kind of wraps around.
That's what's so funny about Game Mavericks, is that we talk about farts until they're not funny anymore.
Can you believe that people think eating these bees to get a blue coin is obscure?
That is pretty obscure.
What?
I only recently learned that you could jump on those hives to knock them down. I always thought you had to spray them. Alright, so that one gives you the 1-up. Now this beehive must have the blue coin.
Is there like an NPC that says that you have to get the blue coin out of there, or?
No. I just figured out how to do it on my own, because it just made sense to me.
That's just still pretty obscure.
Where's the NPC that tells you to kiss his penis?
That's me.
You're not an NPC, though. There's an NPC in this game that famously asks you to kiss his penis.
Mikey, edit in a screenshot.
For you, baby, I could be.
Edit in a screenshot of a character saying that.
Okay.
Parents are angry. They banned this game.
Well, look, all of it's devil worshipping iconography.
It's kind of like how Ocarina of Time did a revision right away, so it didn't have the chanting in it.
Oh, they had to edit out the Muslim crescent for some reason.
Oh, and the chanting, the music as well.
Well, yeah, that's what he just said. But they also the pushable blocks had like a symbol that looks like a crescent.
Wasn't there also something on the mirror shield as well they had to remove?
Yeah. And then Ganondorf would puke up blood after the first phase of the boss. And they had to remove that too, because God forbid we have like a little bit of blood in our video game.
All these woke developers.
This was the 90s. I got the OG copy of Ocarina of Time so that I could hear the chanting, because personally I think it's a much more effective atmosphere for that level, that stage.
Right.
Is the original version. And I played the 3DS version all the way through. Actually, no. I got close to the end and I never finished it. Even though I had started the game 90 times. Because I loved playing Ocarina of Time, even though I never played it to the end.
Really?
Well, now I have, but...
Oh, okay.
Like, for the longest time, I didn't. But finally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to finally beat this game. And then I went... No, wait. I did go back and beat the 3DS version, finally. But then I wanted to play the N64 version, because, you know me, I prefer games like how they were originally released for the most part.
Uncensored.
Much to Mikey's...
By the left.
Much to Mikey's detriment.
What?
But I was like, oh, I'm going to play the N64 version now, because I like that. And I got all the way to that point not knowing what version of the game I had, and I was just like crossing my fingers hoping, okay, I'm going to have the original chanting version. It's going to be it. It's going to be it. I got all the way to the Fire Temple, and it was the censored version. I was like, oh my god. So what did I do? I stopped the game, and I spent $80 on an original copy.
Oh.
Just so I could hear that stupid chanting.
And then you desoldered the board holding the save files transferred them between cartridges so you could keep your save, right?
No, I started all the way over. I started all the way over because my OCD wouldn't let me play the game that was censored.
Why didn't you just verify that it was uncensored before you started playing it?
I didn't really think about it. I didn't really know. I guess my hope was that I just would get lucky.
Oh.
So now I have an OG copy of Ocarina.
OG. Just like...
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, that was such a gangsta game.
You know who else is a gangster game?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, it's a whole island battle royale there.
Battle royale.
Mikey, edit in a picture of Jeffrey Epstein being... Never mind.
Yeah, Mikey, don't.
No, say it.
Don't.
Say it. Say it. Say
I'm not gonna.
Censor it out. Say it.
Let's not. Let's not get Mikey on the list.
Well, anyways, we're going for the 100 coins because I just realized that it's probably gonna disappear. As long as we're using Yoshi to kill those bees, we might as well get it now, because otherwise we're just gonna have to come back and do it later. Do the same thing all over again.
Who's your favorite Mario character, Mikey?
Luigi.
Let's see.
Wait,
well,
Luigi
considering
for you,
there aren't
Ethan?
many Twinks to speak of,
No.
would probably be Bowser because he's cool, I guess.
I thought you liked Luigi.
I do like Luigi.
Remember when you reviewed Luigi's Mansion and you ended the review by saying, I'm Exo Paradigm Gamer and I am a Luigi fan. And then you got up and walked away just like the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, because you could tell what I was inspired by.
Yeah.
That was before I realized that everybody hated him in particular.
I don't get the hate for him, honestly. I like him.
Well, do you like him now? Have you watched anything he's made recently?
Yes. I still watch his reviews.
I'm surprised. I thought everybody stopped after the whole change the channel thing.
No. I maybe watch like 1 out of every 3 reviews he does. Like, not every single one, but I tune in as when I can.
Whenever he's got the time.
Well, it's like there's just so much content that comes out now that it's hard to catch up with all of it, especially when everybody's releasing a 30-minute video every day. I have to pick and choose what I watch.
Yeah, remember when you guys gave me shit for making a 20-minute review once?
Was that when you did Mario in freshman year?
Yeah, Mario, Sonic, and freshman in 2013, 2014.
We didn't understand the passion back then either. Back then it was like, oh, Mikey, how could Mikey possibly not want to hang out with us, his bros, right now?
Exactly.
When you kept saying you were leaving because you wanted to edit.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get it at the time. Now it's like, oh, it's passion. You really wanted to get it done.
He liked
I get it.
Well,
Mikey likes editing. Mikey likes editing so much that he's going to turn those clouds in green right now.
Why are you doing this to him?
You fart sniffer. Now all of a sudden Mario's shooting farts too.
Hey, you did that one to yourself.
No, I'm just saying because that's how the color changing works.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have to use like a Luma versus Hue curve to change the color.
It sounds like a fun editing challenge.
What is your favorite part about editing,
If you
Mikey?
think it's so funny, then why don't you do it? Remember when I asked you to turn a fireball green? The easiest fucking thing in the world?
You said it wouldn't work on DaVinci Resolve free version.
I figured out how to do it. I just thought it would be too difficult for you to do at the time, so...
Okay.
He just didn't know how to do it at the time.
I did. It was like you have to go to like the color grade panel to do it. All right. Dude.
Well, let's figure out how to do that soon. Though, I will have to say, following the shine get of this level, that is when I have to leave for the evening.
All right. Looks like there's a blue coin over here. Yeah,
how many more blue coins do you need? One?
Yes. That is the last one.
Do you have these written down, or do you just keep them all in memory?
Memory at this point, because I've done it so many times. Let's see.
Remember when we played Corbin's Adventure for the show?
Yes. And I could remember where all the switches were, but you couldn't. Even though it's supposedly
I'd only ever beaten the game once before. I wrote them down to try to help you, but
I mean, you loved the game so much, that's kind of surprising.
I mean, the only games I really replay a lot are Mega Man games.
Yeah, Mega Man games are easy to replay.
I play through all 6 Mega Man games every year, at least. Mega Man 2 I play through at least twice a year.
I like how you say all 6 as if there's only 6 of them.
Well, you know me, I like NES games. 7 and 8 I never play through. 7 I've only beaten the once.
You know, I was surprised because Ethan made me do that edit where I had to edit in the entire Mega Man 8 playthrough.
I was joking about that. I could not believe you actually did that. I was like, okay, Mikey must have thought this was funny because there's no way he would have done that ordinarily.
It was your idea! You get to talk about how unfunny it was, but it was your goddamn idea in the fucking first place.
I'm saying you must have thought it was funny enough to do it because you wouldn't have done it if you didn't think it was funny.
You know, part of the joke was the fact that it was such an obnoxious, stupid idea.
Yeah. Did you get that Quan? I don't think you got that Quan.
Well, because it was a reflection.
Oh.
It's actually above the water.
I didn't expect you to actually do that. Like, obviously when I tell you to make stupid edits, the joke is that you can do it whenever you want. Because part of the joke is just how stupid of an edit it would be in theory.
Yeah.
Like, to edit the entire Mega Man 8 playthrough.
I can't believe you actually entire Mega Man 8 playthrough 2 times.
Chaos Control! Chaos Control!
Remember when you added Steamboat Willie for the entire playthrough?
Yes.
Sometimes you just go to the extreme.
Quickly realized it wasn't actually that funny. And then when we ended the play, then he told me to make it 5% speed, which made it 20 times longer.
Yes, it was 2% speed.
So it lasted the rest of the playthrough and then some.
That was funny. That was a joke that landed because it came back at the end of the playthrough while being there the whole time, whereas people forgot about it. And then all of a sudden it pops out at the end. That was pretty good stuff. I liked how you wrapped that one up.
There we go. That's the 100 coin shine, so we got that one done too.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Well, now that we have this shine get, unfortunately we have to part ways for the evening.
Mike, you were recording, right?